What's up? What's up? It's your boy Grandmaster Monstar here with Rep My Block and my favorite co-host.
Key Ice, how y'all doing today? What's up? What's up? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Happy New Year. Oh my
Happy New
gosh.
Year's 2024 is off to a crazy start, y'all.
It
Crazy.
is. There's so much drama already going on, and
Oh,
this year
it's like we
it's
ain't even a
crazy.
break.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, before we start, I gotta ask you this one about Cat Williams. What do you think? Have you seen that interview? And what do you think about it?
That had to be one of the most viewed interviews in 2024 is the Cat Williams interview. 14 hours in, bro has 3 million views. He's dropping truth bomb after truth bomb, talking about Steve Harvey's hair unit, talking about Cedric the Entertainer and all the lies he's told. He just came on to set that record straight on Shay's podcast.
He
I
really did. And I think it's at 10 million now. Over 10 million. That's what I heard. Yeah.
wild.
It's too crazy.
That
I
means
was
like
like,
half the world saw it.
I mean, it's just but one thing that I was trying to remind people is that, he actually has a tour that's about to start in like a week and a half. And
Yeah.
so I think part of it was to, cause a little stir because he wants people to buy tickets for that tour. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
yeah.
Even though he's on the show, he's constantly being like, "Oh yeah, I do my promotion." It's my best Cat Williams impression right there.
Oh, really? Oh, that's kind of bad. Sorry.
Terrible.
That's pretty bad.
I'm a little under the weather today, but I was impressed though, cause he was telling us how the story about how he wrote the lines for Money Mike, and
Hmm.
I didn't even know he was in competition to be casted for that role, and he was saying
Yeah.
something about there was a scene in the script where Money Mike was supposed to be grape, and I was like, what? And just because he rewrote it, I was like, okay, so that's where that line comes from in the movie where he's like, Damon, I am a boy. Like, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Ice Cube was pretty much saying, because I don't know if you saw Ice Cube's video about what Cat had said, but basically he was just kind of saying about that role was Cat Williams had did he basically ad libbed a lot, and so like he was when he said yeah he was definitely writing his own lines more than that they had written for him,
Yeah.
and he kind of just made it his own, and he really did. I actually need to go back and watch that movie again because I don't remember a lot of it actually,
Mm-hmm.
but it does bring back memories. Just the whole Friday. I need to go back and see Friday after next. I need to go back and see both of those for
Yeah.
sure.
Funny, funny movies, man. That's hip hop culture for real right there.
It really is, and just seeing the different comments people have been making, and then the memes, the videos they've been coming up with. They've been going back in the bag, digging out stuff that Kevin Hart has said,
Oh, wow.
stuff that Ricky Smiley has said. And I'm like, really, y'all? But I mean, it's been making for some good entertainment, and it's definitely helping him get some, free promotion for his tour.
Mm-hmm. For real, for
Have
real.
you seen him in concert before?
No, I seen Dark Matter. I just seen all this stuff on the
Okay, Dark
video.
Matter. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's the name of the tour. Yeah.
That's the name of this tour that he's going on
Yeah.
now.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. But I haven't seen him live myself, but
Yeah. I have
I
to.
might check him out. I might check him out because he is one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah, bro is hilarious.
Yeah, for sure. Today, y'all, we got some special guests on the show. We got
Yeah.
25 the Raptor, and we got Go DJ Boladi.
Okay.
And yeah, it's gonna be a good one today. And I do kind of want to touch base on a couple of the different new music that's been out because there have been a lot of different releases. I know typically over the holiday, the music industry kind of shuts down, if you will, and so a lot of the songs don't. always make it out, especially the independent artist music. I actually had a single for one of my spoken word tracks that
Okay.
it was released right before Christmas, but it was on the 20 like December 22nd. But because of the timing of it, it didn't make it through the holiday. Like the whole, it got released on like on some of the streaming platforms, but not all. And
Mm,
that was just something, because I mainly do that as a hobby anyway, just to get my stuff out there a little bit. It's not like a big thing, but I know like I definitely had firsthand experience
yeah.
dealing with that for sure. And so, one thing I will recommend to artists: make sure whenever you have a release, if you're actually trying to promote it, like fully promote it, you definitely want to do it. I would say a good 3 months ahead of time, but if not, of course, at least a 1 month ahead of time to make sure that your music gets out there right away.
Good advice.
Yeah, but let me go ahead and check in real quick because I know we got 2-5 the Raptor that's gonna be coming up, and let me just see if he's here. Doesn't look like he is here yet, but let's see. Did you notice any specific releases that caught your eye over the holiday?
I've been jamming to some majorly dope tracks. Over the holiday, I think I heard "Brand New" for the first time. "Brand New" with Tyga and Lil Wayne on it. Uh,
Okay.
that was major, major dopeness right there. I love both Tyga and Lil Wayne's verses on there. They seem to really balance each other out when they're on the track.
Okay. Nice. And I
And
am here. I just went off camera real quick just to
yeah, but
check.
with it starts off with like a scene of a chick on the phone talking about she wants everything brand new. It's like, why would I spend your money when I can spend why would I spend my money when I can spend your money? And then they just
Right.
after that, and I'm like, that's fire, major fire. Hooks fire, got you just so catchy, easy money. And then I heard Pressure too, with 2 Chains
Oh yes.
yeah,
That's ooh yeah.
yeah,
That's a nice one.
they got a good animated video for that too. You know, it
Oh, I haven't seen that.
starts off, this is unbelievable. Bam. And then they whistling this dope little tune. It's like,
Yes, that's the part I like about it the most. Actually, I'm
yes.
really into the sounds of the music.
Yeah, it's a little work tune whistle right there. I'm like, I could be whistling this doing my chores, this is nice. I like it.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And did you hear also about Young Blue? He just signed two new artists out of Mobile, Alabama.
Mm,
Um, Daniel David. I might be saying it backwards. Oh, Davis. Daniel Davis and Bianca Clark.
okay.
Yeah, two new artists. Daniel, he's an R&B artist, and Bianca, she's hip hop slash R&B. She does both, but
Okay.
both of them are pretty good. I've been checking them out.
All right. I'm curious to hear what they sound like.
Yeah, but Daniel, he's I will say, if people are looking for like that old, like he doesn't necessarily he one thing I like about him, he has like both the older sound and the newer sound. So like he can sing like a I'm not gonna put like a name of a artist or anything like that he might sound like, but he has like the sound quality of somebody from like the 90s, early 2000s to all the way to today. Like he can sing any of those R&B type tracks.
Mm,
And I think that's really cool about him. And I'm thinking that might be one of the reasons why Young Blue went ahead and signed him, because he, yeah, he has it. He has it. And he's really humble. He's really thankful, grateful. He's been commenting back and forth with the fans,
mm.
and he's being really interactive, and that's super cool.
Yeah, there's another song I heard by this dude named, let me see if I want to get his name right. Yame, and I think it's called Besani. It's French. French artist. Really
Okay.
long. If you
What
follow
genre?
him or TikTok, you'll hear me dancing to it. But
Okay.
it's it's more. I want to say R&B sort of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't exactly know what he's saying, but it got like an R&B feel to it, kind of. But it's
Okay.
a song. I'm not about to butcher it by trying to sing it at all. But get the chance, check out Color Show, and listen to that song. That's a really beautiful song.
Okay. Nice. And what's the genre though? Like, is he hip hop or
It's like R&B.
somewhere? Oh, really? Okay.
It's got an R&B feel to it. Sounds like it.
Okay. That's what's up.
That's why I said like I'm not sure just because I don't know what the words is that he's saying,
Mm-hmm.
but that's how it sounds. And
Yeah.
I know there's uh more songs that I've heard. I've been listening to a lot of that, a lot of the new Drake and J. Cole stuff that's been coming out. Um, I don't know if you heard First Person Shooter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's one of their most popular tracks. I think it even went to, I know for sure it was in the top five. I want to say number one for a hot minute. I'm not
Mm.
positive on that though, so don't quote me on it. But yeah, I like
Es-
that one a lot.
Yeah, especially J. Cole and Drake versus went hard. I think the third artist was, no, let me check my notes real quick. Third artist on there is,
I do know while you check your notes, I do know that in general, like as far as like the different collaborations, a lot of different artists have been trying to collaborate together, like different genres of artists, and I think that's really cool.
yeah,
And like Rick Ross, Lotto, like they've been going out the box to like collaborate with artists and other genres. And I think, a lot of what I've seen about hip hop artists is that some of them, at least on the indie side, they tend to like stick strictly to that hip hop sound. But it's okay to collaborate with the pop artists, even
yeah.
with a country artist or a rock artist. That's how you get more fans. So I think hopefully this year we'll see more of that happening.
Yeah, if anybody showed him what to do, Lil Wayne definitely showed him how to step outside the box.
For sure.
And like with that whole rock album, and then he's always collaborating with like I want to say anyone with talent at least.
Yeah, it really is. I'm
That
gonna go off the camera real quick.
okay, Meltdown was also really good too. Meltdown with Drake and Travis Scott. That's been another one. Uh,
Okay, Meltdown,
yeah,
Drake and Travis Scott.
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I heard that.
Tea Time.
That was a nice one too.
And that's a couple of the tracks I've been jamming to, hip hop tracks. From the dubstep arena, I've been here. Well, no, there's also Joey Valence and Bray
Uh
Hooligan.
huh.
That's always that. It's a song called Hooligan by Joey Valenci and Bray, and that's been going pretty hard for me too. Like, I think that came out last year though, but it's still been going freaking hard.
Yeah, I heard. I've been hearing a little bit about that. A little bit here and there, and yeah, that one is as well. And TikTok, that's one of those platforms where, because Billboard, um, they have a whole new music chart dedicated just to what's popping on TikTok, and I
What?
think that's really important
Yeah,
for artists because a lot of people, especially like the younger people, they're on TikTok, and so they tend to have different tastes in music than some of the other generations. And like, I'm saying like old songs coming back. You know what I mean? Like people are really vibing to those on TikTok,
mm,
whereas they're not listening to, those same tracks on the radio. So I think that's a really important chart for artists to try to get on.
yeah. Give them a comeback. Gives them a chance for a comeback and a chance for independent artists who aren't getting that much attention to have a chart to be on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's another track I was about to mention, "Breathe and Stop" by Coast Contra. That one's more of a mixtape sort of vibe to it. So like
Uh-huh.
around a table and then they're rapping, but like the way that they rap with each other, it just brings that it bring I don't really want to say old school, but it's the best word that's coming to mind right now. But that brings that
Yeah.
old school rap group vibe, you know, of like
Mm-hmm.
we are ciphering, but we ciphering off each other, and as we rapping, that becomes the track, you know, instead of all this, oh, let's hop in the studio and let me chop up my half of the track, and then you chop up your half of the track, you rap that one.
Right.
They going straight through. As soon as the track start, everybody's like, it sound like it can be like it sounds like a whole like recording, like
Mm-hmm.
as the act, you know. So I really like their Coast Contra stuff. You know, Jamal's getting the most attention right now, though.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing, though. I don't think they get
Okay.
it, you know. But I definitely got to watch one of those live so that I can see it for sure how they get down. It's like I said, I like that little vibe that they got.
Yeah. Let me ask you, because I only attended one uh Beat Boy event, but
Mm-hmm.
I did notice like with the music, because I wasn't expecting the music that I heard. And I
Mm.
wanted to ask you, is there like with you being a beat boy yourself and also doing choreography for it, is there like a reason why the tracks that they dance to are typically like the older slash alternative hip hop tracks?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's more. It's like a part of it is politics. Part of it is
Really?
yeah. Part of it is like the older generation who's throwing the events and stuff,
Uh-huh.
you know, trying to keep everyone in the audience satisfied and the dancers satisfied because a lot of the dancers grew up dancing to those older school tracks. Like
Hmm.
each my kids and stuff, I try to make sure that I include some of those old school tracks so that they know where their culture is coming from. So it's like
Yeah.
culture a little bit. Uh, but like as the night goes on, they'll start to mix in newer tracks. The DJ, depending on what event you're at, like they'll start to mix in newer tracks. But I know that happens a lot at b-boy events, just because they like to dance to those drums, to that like quick pace sort of uh,
Okay.
songs like that. But it just depends, you know. That's changing as time goes on and as DJs become more acquitted with like as DJs and b boys get better ears, you know,
Yeah.
like because it's really like the b boys too. Like they're like, oh, I can't dance to that, and it's like, no, you just never seen nobody dance to it, so you don't get.
Right.
That's all,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, I was just really curious about that. But anyway, I know we got some special guests on the show today.
Woof.
So we got Two Fire the Raptor in the building. Let's go ahead and bring him on and chop it up with him.
All right.
Welcome to Fire the Raptor. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing
What's up?
good. How you doing? Nice to see
Good.
y'all.
What's going on,
Nice
bro?
to see you too. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to start off asking you some questions about because like one thing I made sure that I did not do before this interview was I did because I've seen some of your other interviews like partially, so I'm gonna just pretend for this interview that I don't know nothing about you. Okay, so just
Okay, no, that's fair.
FYI. But first of all, can you let everybody know what city you rep in?
San Antonio, Texas, born and raised, actually.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Been
San
here.
Antonio, Say Town. That's
Hmm.
what's up. And
Yeah, yeah.
E-Town.
as far as the rapping, when did you first start rapping?
Uh, surprisingly, I growing up, I would do it like by myself just because I really enjoyed like listening to it. I was impressed by it, and I would just do it for fun for a really long time. But around 2019, I kind of accidentally started making songs, and and yeah, it just became a really big part of my life, like expression wise. And sometimes it's hard to connect with people these days, and have a conversation where you feel like you walk away with something from it. But like when I was making music, it kind of was just like it always worked, you know what I mean? And there's always something coming back to it. And then after that, I stumbled into communities making it, and it only got better from there. So yeah, that's when it all
Yeah.
started, really. You know,
Nice.
Wow, nice. And
yeah,
I
for sure.
noticed that, not only do you, do the music aspect of it, but you also are into production. You have your own production company called Third
Yeah,
Class Productions. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
yeah, it's inspired from my father actually. It was this weird stamp he used to own, and I kind of stumbled across it and found it,
Mm.
and I don't know, just felt a certain way about it, and it kind of became my brand unexpectedly, but automatically. And I got a camera just because I wanted to make music videos as an artist at first, and I found out the prices and was like, like might be better to just get one, and so after we did that, I realized how much fun it was. I kind of fell in love with that too. The editing aspect's probably my favorite part, just sitting back and making some cool looking stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah, it was another happy accident, and it's become something that could be bigger in the future. I think we're gonna have a good year this year. We already got a couple videos with a couple artists coming up, so you know,
Nice.
it's just been growing since last year. It was a big blessing. I actually got it with my COVID check. You know what I mean? So it was a wise investment for sure.
awesome, awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
What other artists you got featuring on the upcoming tracks?
Uh, actually, you know what? I've been focusing some talks with that with like cool people like. Oh, can y'all hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got you
All
on.
right, cool. Now, like my boy Sucker Free Legends. You know what I mean? We grew up in the same neighborhood, and he's been doing music for so long, and now that I'm involved with it, you know what I mean? Like he's kind of like, come on, let's do it. So I'm
Word.
lucky enough to do that. A good buddy of mine, he goes by Mike Brunch. Like, he's out here doing a lot of stuff, and he's a good dude, man, good spirit. You know what I mean? And he's got some funky tracks, so it
Okay,
kind of inspires me to get going. I think that's really what I've been missing is that like I was interacting with so many people in like different countries, digitally, and when they would send me something, I would automatically like know what I wanted to do on it and what was going to be put in place. And I started making music by myself a lot, and that feeling kind of drifted a little bit. You know what I mean? I think it was missing from my like creativity and like just the spirit of it all. So I think physically now it's imperative to do so. You know what I mean? Cyclops is a good friend of mine. He's from Austin, I guess you would say, and he inspires the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? So like people like that, man. So I'm
okay,
getting back to that this year for sure.
okay. Bet. 2-5 the Raptor, bro. 2-5 the Raptor. I love hip hop names. You just mentioned Cyclops. You just like even my name's out there. Bass Monstar and stuff. Where did you
Respect.
with the name 2-5 the Raptor? Where does that come from? Even
Uh, well, I always wanted to be a raptor growing up. You know what I mean? Like I know it's weird, but like,
that's dope.
uh, also, my pops, man, my pops' name, I called him 2-4,
Okay.
and it was in reference to a 2x4, the board, because he had six back surgeries, so he
Wow.
couldn't like he couldn't do this basically, you know what I mean? So when you call him from the back, he would like rotate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
and and we would call him the 2x4. Yo, 2x4, it took you forever, man, and
Yeah.
I was next, so I call myself 2-5 irrelevantly because of it, and now there's like 100 reasons I could probably come up with why I came up with that name, but like
Yeah.
that's the one I probably go with the most, man. I
That's dope.
think so.
That's a
But
dope story.
yeah, man, all this has been a real like a happy accident, like I mentioned earlier. You know what I mean? Like the first thing I ever did was like play this 17-minute instrumental that had all the Wu Tang instrumentals, like some of the best ones in a row, right?
Right.
And I had my FL Studio plugged in a garage. I had like a live what was a dynamic mic in there, so like I was listening to the speakers and recording at the same time. Like it was crazy. And
Yeah.
uh I didn't think anything would become of it or if anybody would even appreciate it, you know what I mean? But like it turned out like opposite that way. You know what I mean? Like people kind of
Mm.
motivated me to keep on making music, and see what happens next. So yeah, dude, it's all just kind of been going about the way it's been going. Not too much pre like planning involved in it, to be honest.
That's
And
dope.
so
That's
I
good.
had the first name I had was IIV, which was 25 in Roman numerals, right?
Oh, okay.
And man, trying to explain that to people,
Yeah.
it was impossible. So they're like, "What's your name?" Like Iv, or like like when
Trust
they
me.
would read
Yeah,
it. So it became an issue, and we had to respell that thing. So
I
yeah,
dig.
that happened. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the miscommunication can definitely happen when it comes to people pronouncing the names and stuff. Like,
Yeah, and then like the more ridiculous you sound explaining it, the less attention you're probably going to receive in that conversation. You know what I mean? And that happens in like 3 seconds. So like,
yeah,
yeah, it's tough.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
most people want to call me a bass monster, and I'm
Yeah,
like we do music. How
yeah. Why would you associate the fish with the name?
like I never said before I started hearing other dancers calling me bass, and I was like, bro, it's bass, like the
Yeah,
sound.
yeah, yeah.
And it just ended up being like a funny joke. But most of the time, I didn't even like correct them at first because I was just like, I'll just wait till I win and then I'll correct them after that. But
Absolutely. They'll correct themselves when they go.
yeah,
You know what I mean? When they go figure it out for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's gonna happen for sure, man.
Um, you you mentioned about it being like a happy accident, how you kind of like got your start. Oftentimes, like I feel like artists, we create these tracks that we really connected to, and sometimes our audience are connected to our happier mistakes versus our like more polished material where it's like, this is my jam, I know this is,
Yeah,
I put time into this, but then they like some junk that you done set up and you just turn the mic on and
yeah, man.
freestyle on, and everybody likes that. So like,
Mm.
that being said, what uh what are some of your favorite tracks from your, like, I know they all your favorite tracks, but like if you could just choose maybe like one, two, or three, what would be that? Like if you had to go on an island and just listen to one track the whole time, which one would that be?
uh, I mean, man, that's tough because I like the catalog in my head has like so many that aren't on the surface in a strong sense. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like, but on the subject you touched on, like, I always found that peculiar how people didn't respect a project unless it was, you know, in their definition, properly produced. You know what I mean? Like I always thought that it would even be more impactful to have like some press record and see what happens and see where it takes you kind of stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
like to announce that prior to having them listen to the record almost sounds like almost sounds like a lie. Like imagine like someone saying like, "Hey, you're gonna listen to something and I only recorded this once. This is a one take, and just know that before.
Yeah,
Yeah, take that into consideration. Like they just seem like too much of legwork just
uh,
for ear. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. So like, but if I had to pick some tracks, man, near and dear to me, what's funny is also when I finish the tracks, I just name it like what I really like my favorite bar in the song. Probably, I think whatever the emphasis on the bar is, and there's one. It's called oh man, gosh, there's so many, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Take your time.
Let's go with one that I put out recently. It's called "Oh!" exclamation mark. Like "Oh sh," and it's out right now. And it's a song just in me thinking about like succumbing to finance. You know what I mean, and not living in an imaginary dreamville all day every day. You know what I mean. And
Yeah,
I have 3 kids, so like, I'm on the way to work right now. As soon as
yeah.
we hang up, so it's like.
Word, word.
That's a good song, man. It kind of just describes the way I feel about it. You know what I mean? Because I feel a certain way about it. So
No
yeah,
doubt.
for
That's
sure.
dope.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what how many albums have you already dropped, or how many mixtapes have you already dropped, like officially,
Um,
like that are on?
officially, you're just gonna find singles right now under this name.
Uh,
Like there's just singles, and it's really from the point in time in 2023 or 2022 rather, where I was just kind of like maybe I will go after this way, as well. Uh, for a long time. I chose it to not be the best option for me in my life. Like,
Yeah.
uh, as far as being like emotionally and just having my feet on the ground,
Yeah.
it involves a lot of potential for like negative interactions with things. You know, whether it be people or just bad habits or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
steering clear of that energy just keeps me safe, keeps me a father. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. So uh, I've kind of turned heel on it, and this year I plan to show like examples of my intentions. You know what I mean? Like really drop some shit and do it in a very professional way. Like I've been enjoying getting recorded by other people recently, and that's
Right.
something I didn't do prior. So that's interesting. I want to find some producers who like are really hands on and
Yeah.
like being creative and like whether it be with the audio or just the cuts or whatever it is they do,
Mm.
just really bringing the element to the project. That's kind of what I've been looking for a little bit more. So just to get some inspiration and another perspective into it too. That'd be awesome. You know what I mean? So
I bet.
I, I plan on focusing on all that this year, man. I'm excited for
I
sure.
bet. Sounds like it's gonna be an exciting, productive year for you, man.
Yeah, yeah, it has been.
For sure.
Have any advice for, like, let's say there's a little 7-year-old out there listening to this right now, and he's getting into the rap game, a little Bow Wow getting into the rap game. What could you say to him right now to kind of give him a piece of good advice to inspire him and kind of motivate him to start his little career or keep going?
Man, careful who inspires you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh, tell your story and don't be fake. That's
Yeah,
really what I tell my boy. You know what I mean? So like I'll probably say that.
yeah, that's hip hop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's another question. So, what does hip hop mean to you? Like hip,
Yeah.
Everything.
every,
Good answer.
yeah,
For sure. Yeah,
yeah,
really, man. It's near and dear to my heart, man. Like I think about it all the time. You know what I mean? Like life's just one big old bar for me. You know what I mean? Like it's really it's
nice.
fun. Yeah, for sure.
Who are
How do
some of
y'all?
your favorite artists?
Oh man, recently? Oh man.
Just period.
Recently at the top of the list for me, like as far as impress. Oh, by the way, KRS-One has been dropping shit, so he's back up
Yeah.
there with the recent shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Oh, sorry for cursing, by the way. And
You good? That
but who I listen to regularly, like is often Black Dot, Ransom, Marlon Craft. Marlon Craft's really like slick with it, and I've been enjoying that. Uh, I listen to Pocket of Plug. It's basically a radio station. So if you drop music on Pocket of Plug, I listen to you at least once, and I enjoy, I listen. I'm just a fan, you know what I mean? So like, I'm hearing new artists and old artists, because I'm so young to the culture. Like my history is still growing, you know what I mean? As far as respect for the history and what I'm knowledgeable of, what I enjoy, I have a preference offered to see, and it's obviously like, East Coast pen to
right.
paper kind of sound. No, it doesn't have to be strictly East Coast, but it's predominantly where the poetry is more expressed and appreciated. I've come to find out. So like, it's been fun to just see hip hop really um, stop mumbling and start speaking up. You know what I mean? Like, this shit has been dope, and I just been enjoying it. You know what I mean? So it's just cool to be a part of it. Uh, you know, it's a family in a weird sense that I feel like I was kind of adopted by. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
know, some people don't like each other, whatever, but nonetheless, you're there. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you could do some powerful things with it. And really shift some people's perspective if you're up for it. You know what I mean? Like it's daunting, but yeah, man, if you're up for it, you could really do some things. So it's cool for sure.
nice.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Now, you sent us a video that we're about to play in a little bit. It's called Blueprints. Can you tell us a little bit about that track before we go into that video?
Yeah, just a video about doing you basically, and not you know doing things for a specific reason or for gain. We all need currency. We all need to shine. We all need to focus on finding our audience. But like, why are you doing it? How you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about.
Okay. Well, with that said, let's go ahead and get into the video. We're going to be checking out Blueprints by 25 the Raptor.
It's gonna take a little second here. Gonna pop up at any minute.
Coming up. Yeah, because
Did we get it?
Yeah, it looks like it's coming up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so this is fun, man. We made this at what was it, Time Lapse Studios when they first like really like just opened it up and introduced it to us. It was cool.
Okay.
y'all hear it?
Yeah, I hear it a little bit.
All right.
I'm not hearing it play the audio at all. But we got the visual.
Yeah.
Loving that shirt though.
Thanks, man. My daughter gave me that shirt. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, y'all got
They
the
got they're my stylist in a strong sense.
okay there. Yeah, see, it's got all the newspaper articles stuff on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, there
Wanted
goes.
just wanted to like, oh yeah, I can hear a little bit. It's got a wicked little delay on it now. It's cool.
Everyone mute their mic. Shoot.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Yo, was
yeah.
lasers right there in the background? I saw
What's that?
those is lasers.
That was actually just a room, but like I have an effect that I added to the edit, and it just, man, it took on this whole nother thing. Like I it was a color grade really that I did. So like
Uh,
the room was just like a neon blue, like a solid neon blue.
yeah.
But I put two shots over each other and then made one almost transparent, right? So like when the camera movement came off of me, it brought those lights like into focus, you know what I mean? And it did that thing it does when it hits the lens. So
Uh,
it was able to look like it was on the wall, you know what I mean? Like I don't know,
yeah,
it was cool, man.
yeah, that was a pretty cool effect right there. And then I like how it
Yeah,
was all blue. Like,
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
exactly, yeah, yeah. We went with that, right?
yeah, I like that. What was, uh, what was all the articles and stuff on the wall? What was that?
Just like paying attention to the news feed, you know what I mean? Like being influenced by what you see and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like stuff
Hip
like
hop.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was a strong video and it was cool. Like, like we had a certain amount of time to do it. So I kind of went in there just like thinking about, like, I don't know what I'm going to do, you know what I mean? And then we did that and we did another one called Gasoline there that had like an electric chair. I sat on that shit like it was a throne, you know what I mean? Like it was cool. Yeah,
Whoa,
it was really cool. So, like, yeah,
yeah,
it's dope.
yeah, dope,
Yeah,
dope. Loved it, loved it. I got
Yeah, that
cool.
was nice. I like that a lot. And
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I like how your music is like real. You know, you talk about real stuff. You're not trying to be too flashy or nothing like that. I really like that about your whole style.
That's cool.
And
I
I think
appreciate it.
hip hop really needs that right now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's what's
yeah.
up.
yeah. I'm
Um, oh,
2024.
go ahead, my bad.
I was
No,
just excited to hear what you got for 2024, man. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
dope.
yeah. I plan on just doing exactly what you said. You know what I mean? Remember why I'm doing it, and I feel like I tend to make music more for myself in the moment than for other people. And a lot of people inspired me to become better at that. You know what I mean? Like locally. You know what I mean? Like I've been really hands on, out at shows, shaking hands from the east side all the way, central and all that stuff, whatever downtown. And there's a lot of impressive people out there, man. A lot of people that do this thing really, really well. So like, there's a lot of aspects to it. I may be good at some parts, and I may be horrible in others. So it's
Yeah,
always something to work on. You know what I mean? Like something to get better at. You know what I mean? So we don't
speaking,
know we don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's gonna be dope.
yeah, speaking of shaking hands, how important is that as an artist in the hip hop industry,
Mm.
or as an entertainer? Period. How is important is it for one to shake hands with the audience? Like, how important is that?
I think it's the difference between running game and really meaning what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like it really is. Like you could be a digital rapper all you want, and you could be successful too. Never set your foot into like the community. Really, you know what I mean? I guess you would say. But I've seen the biggest difference from that. Cheryl Meadow was the one that kind of was like, get out there. You know what I mean? Like go do some shit. And she introduced me to a couple people, and that was it. You know what I mean? It was on. So
Okay.
it's been like a huge difference. So I think it would become nothing really until you get out there. I believe. But that's
Word.
also been a little bit of the problem. You know what I mean? Like getting out there and being out there and being present. As what you would call consistent. I guess you would say.
Mm.
Uh, it requires time. You know what I mean? And focus, and it takes you away from whatever else you got to work on. You know what I mean? So
Part of the job, wouldn't you say?
yeah, it's a sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like, so like you gotta pick and choose. You're gonna stay home and cook dinner, or you're gonna be at a show, or in a different city by
Yeah,
5 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like so, mm,
clocking.
it's tough. Yeah, for sure.
most definitely. But we definitely want to thank you so much for being on the show today with us. It's been
Yeah,
a pleasure. And I want to ask you, for the fans out there, how do they get in touch with you? What is your social media?
yeah. I would
Plug
say
yourself.
what happened?
Oh, I just said plug yourself, rep your block.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, rep your
yeah,
block.
yeah. Man, yeah, Third Class Productions, Instagram. Of course, my Facebook is really just for people I know personally. I try to keep it that way. You know what I mean? But you could always hit up my link in there for my production company. The portfolios in there. You can see previous work, and I'm out here. Come up to me, shake my hand. I'll be here for sure, man. Let me know what's going on.
Word.
That's what's up. Thank you so much, ladies
All
and
right,
gentlemen. 2-5 the Raptor.
I'm out, man. I'm on the
All
way to
right.
clock
Have a
in.
good one. That's what's up. Thank you.
Peace out,
All right.
man.
All right. Bye bye.
One.
So, but yeah, I mean, I think like I've listened to a lot of 25's music, and he's one of those artists to definitely stay up on for sure.
Yeah.
Like, no joke. We have some of his tracks on home base radio over on our hip hop playlist on Spotify. So make sure y'all check that out there. We got I think that's the one Blueprints is on. And then of course we got the Saytown hip hop playlist as well. He his other track is called Baghdad. That one is on that playlist, and he has some other ones on there as well. So
Yeah.
make sure y'all check him out and check out Third Class Productions. Right, right, right. So I'm out of breath because I was like, man, that video, man, that was stressing me out because I was like, what's going on with the sound? I'm thinking it was some interference with the other mics because, yeah, I don't think the other mics were muted, but it's
Yeah.
all right. But yeah, um, I mean, you can hear it a little bit, right?
Yeah, I could hear it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Uh,
like, I hope it wasn't mute. If I would go back and watch this, I hope
no,
it's not
no,
completely on mute and y'all just watching it like it's
no,
good.
I would let you know. I would have let you know. No,
Okay.
no, we could hear it. I was jamming to it. I was like, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we'd like to welcome our next guest of the evening, special guest. We got Go DJ Boladi in the
What it do?
building.
What up?
How
What up?
you
What up? What up?
doing?
Bless,
One
bless, bless.
up.
What up?
How
What
you
up?
been?
Man, it's been making it. Been making it.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah, we hear you pretty good.
Yeah, we do. I
All
feel
right.
so left out. Everybody's been in their cars today, and I'm in the inside. I should have ran to the car. That's okay
No,
though.
I'm actually ripping and running errands and stuff. So
Okay.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing, you know. But
yeah,
we really appreciate you being on the show with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
I thank y'all for
Um,
having me.
and for everybody that doesn't know, Go DJ Boladi, he was actually helping us out during the pandemic. He
Hmm.
was one of the DJs for us that was going live on the page with us. We actually have some of those videos still on the page if y'all want to check it out. Because that was the moment. That was the moment. I got to tell you.
Okay.
Man, I got to go check them out myself.
Yeah, I mean, that was a difficult time, but at the same time, it created some memories, some lasting memories, and
Uh,
you know, I'm just very grateful that
It just it just
you were
goes to
there
show
with
you that
us.
music is therapeutic. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't believe
Hmm.
that, but it is therapeutic depending on how you use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
for
So
real.
So, to start off, can you let everybody know what city you repping today?
I'm repping Fort Worth, Texas, by way of
Okay,
Dallas.
that's what's up. Fort Worth, Dallas, DFW area.
Yeah.
So,
817.
yes, can you tell everybody that doesn't know, like, what made you begin to DJ? Like, what was your inspiration?
Man, I used to be an artist. Well, it's a long story. First off, I've always been around music. I always loved music. Played the saxophone in high school. Played drums when I was little. When I was coming up as a teen in high school, me and my partners, we formed a little rap group. Actually had a compilation that dropped on this record label out of Oklahoma, out of Muskogee, called Arlen Records. And I just didn't like the way that hip hop was going. So I
Yeah.
said I was gonna stop. And then it seemed like it just kept coming back to me. Then that's when I met the cat that taught me how to DJ. And I
Mm.
was like, okay, well, hey, I can put my own twist on hip hop and still be a hip hop artist. So after that, it just kind of, it's been in my blood. It's been around me all these years, and I just could never get away from it.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that's something. Because early on, you did not like how hip hop, like the is it like a certain artist that came out that or a certain song you heard that made you start not, you didn't
Yeah,
like the direction of it?
I wouldn't say hip hop. I didn't like the direction of what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Uh,
Okay.
as far as in the music and the shit that I was going to start doing and putting out, I felt I could have did something different. But at that point in time, I didn't want to be a follower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everything that I do is different. Like even when it comes to my DJ, and I'm a different vibe. I'm a hip hop head. I'm a poet, so I listen to a lot of lyrics. a lot of people only listen to music, and lyrics don't mean nothing to them. I like lyricists. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I like people that have flow, that have delivery. Even when I was an artist, Scarface was one of the people I used to try to rap like.
Word.
I got a track. I'm gonna have to send it to you too. I featured on a track with a cat named Gerard Gervais. Shit, that shit was
Okay.
back in a while back, but I'm gonna have to send it to you. So it was just like I didn't like the type of shit that I was rapping. You know what I mean? And I wanted to do something different. And I was gonna let it go for a minute, and then it seemed like it just popped back up into my lap when my cat taught me how to DJ.
Okay.
We were supposed to actually be
That's
going to
what's
kick it for his. We were supposed to be going to kick it for his birthday, but he had his turntable set up, and we smoked and drunk a little bit. And then I was like, "Damn, I always wanted to learn how to do this." Shit, it went from
yeah.
there.
Word.
Oh, really? Wow.
And
That's
it's kind of crazy.
amazing. Because I know not like even now, like right now, you don't you teach people how to DJ yourself now?
I was at one point in time, like the
Uh huh.
last 2023 was been it's been a clarifying year, but I
Mhm.
had took a step back from all that, from everything for a minute. So Um, it gave me a chance to get my LLC, to figure out the direction that I want to take with my DJing, and so that's going to be a part of it. And then I'm going to start doing some more events. But I do have my LLC, Retro Futuristic Entertainment. So be
Dope.
looking out for it.
Okay.
I'll be doing
Retro
some things.
futuristic. Okay.
Retro Futuristic.
Yeah, I'm writing it here in the chat so everybody could check it out.
Got
Where's
you,
the name like retro futuristic come from?
man. I've been having that. My best friend from Chicago, and we moved to Garland like '98. And so I've been having that since like 10th grade, me and my homeboy, me and my best friend.
Okay.
We was gonna put our own little thing together, you know what I'm saying, which we've been trying to do it, and we kind of lost contact for a minute. He had a little medical thing that he went through. But when he came back, it was still there. So we was like, hey, let's just run with it. It comes from like, you want to do something futuristic, but you still want to keep the retro part to it because that's what the foundation is.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
even with like with music, with hip hop, a lot, I feel like a lot of the new artists don't actually do their research on hip hop. So they look
Mm.
at the older cats like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just mad because we doing now, but y'all doing the same thing though. Like back when we was listening to music and making music, cats made music that lasts for decades.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? These people
Yep.
is like they make music that's only for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep.
a song could drop out today, and I catch on to it late because I really don't listen to a lot of the radio. I listen to a lot of different music, so because I don't want to sound like any other DJs or just play the same songs that everybody else is playing. So I
Mm-hmm.
try to give people variety with it. But shit, the next week I get to play the song. Hey, why you playing that old song? Like, what the hell? It just came out last week. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even it's just I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I like to keep the retro vibe because I like to. Even if you listen to the music that's on the radio, they take it. It sounds like the '90s remixed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for
So
sure. For
yeah,
sure.
so retro, old school, futuristic, new school mixed in with it.
Yep.
Retro futuristic.
That's dope. I like that. I like that a lot. That because that's really that's the idea of hip hop is you want to take the old and the new and make something even newer. Like that's the main idea really of
I, I I like to try to push the envelope as far as with DJ. Like one of my favorite groups is Outkast.
mm,
A lot of people sleep on
Outcast.
Yeah, a lot of people sleep on Outkast, but if you look at Outkast discography, it's growth within their albums. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
If if you look from their first album even to the last album, they push the envelope. Kendrick Lamar, he did the same thing. J. Cole,
Yep.
same thing. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. That's the sign of a good artist is somebody that's able to grow. That's what we look at an artist for is we're looking at them on a bigger scale of things to be like, okay, this is what you did when you first came out. Now, how did you develop that as time went on? How did
But see,
you?
I think this was like I took a break from DJing and listening to music because I was trying to really get my focus on to see exactly what I wanted to do and how I could leave my imprint on the game. You know what I mean? If it makes sense.
Exactly.
So even like my catchphrase is we vibe different. I'm a whole different vibe. You know what I mean? I'm not everybody's DJ, but I'm everybody's DJ, if that makes sense.
Echo.
And so a lot of artists, like especially the artists that's coming out now, I mean, they don't give themselves no room to grow. You know
Mm,
what I mean? Because
mm,
if you come out and you're this particular way, everybody gonna expect you to stay that way. And then when you try to go different, then they're gonna write you off and go with the next TikTok
mm.
sensation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's kind of the risk that an artist takes. Is kind of just a. That's what makes the artist is that vulnerable moment of like, okay, well, yeah, when I came to you, I was a mumble rapper or I was a gangster rapper, but I grew up, and here's what,
Yeah.
now that I grew up, you're gonna lose some people, you're gonna
Gonna
lose some.
lose a lot of people, but you depending on your growth, you might gain more than you lose.
Exactly, and that's a risk you got to be willing to take,
Exactly. That's good.
got to be something you're willing to do. We saw that a lot with DMX before he passed away. We saw him sort of like begin to change his
But
lyrics.
DMX has always been on a lot of people like that really don't listen or really ain't pay attention to DMX would never understand. Like if you listen from his first album all the way to the other albums that he had a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yep.
very spiritual cat. Very spiritual cat. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Even if you look at the little documentary that they had on him, he's always in the hood. And then right now,
Mm-hmm.
he's accessible. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's always trying to contribute back.
Yeah. That's
So
always a big part of it when the artist comes back to develop the city, they also that made them big too. With a name like Go DJ Boladi, where does a name like that come from? Like, I gotta call you by the whole thing. Like, Go DJ Boladi,
yeah,
what's going on?
like a pit man slick back, like a
Yeah,
tribe called
hey,
Quest.
yeah. I was
Now,
gonna say, yeah. No, seriously though, I dig that. That's dope. But where does that
um,
come
well, I'm a Go DJ. The Go is part of a coalition. You know what I mean? We're like core DJs, definition DJs. Shout out to core, shout out to definition. Fleet DJs. It's like a fraternity of DJs,
from?
right?
Okay.
Um, Boladi, when I was younger, my nickname was Peebo. Everybody called me Peebo.
Okay.
So when I got older, they dropped the P and everybody just started calling me Bo.
Okay.
Me and my partner was smoking one day, and this is when I first started DJing. I didn't have a DJ name, and I was just DJ Bo. We was looking
Uh,
at the Friday After Next. It was funny that y'all was talking about that too.
yeah.
And the part where it say Bevo Lottie, he got more head than he got body.
Yeah.
Yeah, my partner yelled that out, and shit, it just stuck.
Uh. Oh, the birth, man, the birth of a legend. That's what that is right there.
Man, I appreciate that, guy.
Yeah. We're
Man, I had to argue with some. It was no offense. It was an African cat. Something. No, the name African. Bro, how you gonna tell me where I got my damn name from?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was another language or something. That's crazy. That's why I always like to ask people like where'd your name come from? Cause like, like that's the origin story. That's the origin story.
Yeah, I love telling it. Like only certain people really get it. Like when people walk up to me and be like, "Oh, Bevo Lottie got more head than he got," and
Where so you mentioned that you started doing hip hop when you were a kid. So like how long what does hip hop mean to you? Like hip means to know, hop means movement. So under that or around that definition, what does hip hop mean to you?
man, hip hop is it is all about love. Um, Peace to me it means getting in touch with your people. I mean, dropping music that people can feel, people can relate to, people
Mm,
going through things. Like if you do the origin of hip hop was actually created to be a voice for us in the
mhm,
community to inform us of what's going on. That's where you got the Public Enemies, Slick Ricks, the Roots and different things like that to keep
mm,
people on point with what's going on. Public, yeah, to me it means the same thing though. I feel
mm.
like it's taking a little turn for what it's originally, but it's originally meant for you to have fun too.
Right,
And it's more than just music. A lot of people don't know that. You got to bring in the b-boy effect. You got to bring in the
right,
graffiti. You know what I'm saying? The love, the community.
right.
All of that is hip hop.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
feel like
It really is.
I feel like a lot of people they miss the whole concept of hip hop because they think that hip hop is just about who can spit the best bars about what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really deeper than that. So when people say that I am hip hop, it's more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it with that. Just like a lot of the rappers sort of kind of like took that clout away from hip hop in a way where it's like, what happened to the dancers? What happened to the art? What happened to the DJ? Oh, it's all automated. Oh, I just pay the dancers just to dance. And nah, it's a whole
It
picture you putting together, you know?
it takes away from the experience.
Yeah.
Um, I still got turntables. I like to spin on turntables. You put some of these DJs out here now behind turntables, they wouldn't know what to do.
Mm.
It brings the element, and it reminds you of what the culture is about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I remember it's a club, like one of the clubs that one of the DJs that taught me used to spin at a club called City Streets in Fort Worth, downtown Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
And on Sunday nights, it's dope because it'll be all B-boys down there.
Mm.
I'm talking about like what you see on the Red Bull, on on
Yeah.
the YouTube videos and reels.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at the bar, like I'm sitting up here chopping it up with these dudes. Like these dudes just got through doing head spins and you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, handstands. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking fight. It's an experience that a lot of people don't really get to experience. You see
No.
what I'm saying? Me
No.
being a DJ and the club scene, the nightlife scene is so different. You still have a lane for it. It's just that a lot of people are not trying to take to that lane because a lot of more people are trying to be popular.
Mm-hmm.
so when you, so
Popular.
you, so you, yeah. So when you mix the popularity context with hip hop, it don't really fit. It don't go together. To me, I'm one of the, I guess you could say, stuck in my ways. Because
You need people like
I'm yeah, I'm kind of like stuck between like the '70s and mid 2000s.
mm.
Okay.
And
Nothing wrong with that though.
it's
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of music between that.
yeah, that's a big part of hip hop is
Tons.
70s and 80s was a lot of
Hmm.
is a lot of MCs taking break beats from disco tracks and from 80s tracks, and that became what they rapped over, you know? Like
That's what hip hop. That's how hip hop originated. The
yeah,
DJ, it started with the DJ, then the MC came along.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
True.
It started with the DJ. I'm telling you a little history lesson. Cool Herc, I met him too. DJ Cool Herc.
Oh,
One
did
of the
you?
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
DJ Cool
I
Herc.
yeah, yeah, I met Cool Herc, man. That shit was amazing. But what they would do, they would take the tracks when the little mixer came out. They'll take a break track. Then the MC would get on the microphone. Instead of you having to try to loop it, you would have to play the same break beat on this record, then go over here and play it on this record. Somebody get on the microphone, get spitting. That's where hip hop originated. A lot of
Wow.
people don't know.
Yep,
Came
that's the
from the
history
DJ.
right there.
He's
Hope y'all
schooling
took y'all
us
notes.
today. Schooling us today. Yeah.
Y'all took y'all
I
notes.
did not know that.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
really like, and it's crazy, like as a DJ, when you get to listening to different types of music and you get involved in different genres, like I spin reggae and Afro beats and all that too. I ain't gonna even lie. I took
Word.
what I learned
Nice.
from hip hop and put that together. But my first time doing a reggae set, it was horrible.
Hmm.
Like when I say horrible, I'm sitting up here because in the '90s when reggae came out, we was out there kicking it. So we had a dope beat. I'm just playing it, but I didn't know with reggae, you got dancehall, you got roots reggae.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? You got it's so many genres, and then you have different
yeah.
rhythms,
Mm,
which is pretty much what they're doing now. Artists are leasing beats.
mm.
That's why you hear a lot of the same beats upon a lot of artists. But
Oh,
with the rhythms, you got about 6, 7 artists on one beat, and they put the top 3 artists on the beat, and it's like a mixtape, so it's like a long track
yeah.
with like 8 different artists on it.
Mm,
And if you don't know which rhythm is popping at that point in time, then you're gonna sound like you're trash.
yeah.
Oh wow.
And I was fucking horrible, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. But I learned from it. I actually studied up under DJ Danger, DJ Playboy, uh, a couple of other reggae DJs and soca DJs, and pretty much learned it.
Nice. That's a beautiful story. If
Yeah.
you could give any advice to yourself, maybe 10 years, um, maybe 20 in your 20s, what would you give to that DJ that's up and coming right now?
At that point in time, I was an artist, but I I can give
Or
myself some
yeah.
advice. I would say stick with the DJing.
Mm.
Learn everything that you can learn. Um, Start off being different
Mm.
because just like an artist, when you start off one way, they expect you to be that same way all the time, so they don't see your growth when you do grow.
Mm.
And when I first started, I was just, I'm taking gigs everywhere. I'm just playing whatever the hell they want me to play.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where it got redundant,
Mm.
and it sort of kind of took the love away from it a little bit for me. So I took a
Word.
step back, and then that's when I started incorporating, some Afro beats, the reggae, the hip hop, top 40, the different things in it, and
Okay.
it got back to the love of it for me.
Okay. Okay. That's great
Yeah.
advice. What is Go DJ Boladi listening to right now? Who's your favorite artist?
Man, I've been really on some. It's a chick name. I've been listening to more like neo soul and uh classic hip hop, like underground hip hop. JID,
Okay.
Okay.
Smino, uh, Jada Kiss got some new shit that he dropped. I was bumping that. It's a chick name. I think it's Mata, something like that.
Lotto?
Phony. Yeah, I think I got to look it up. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Uh, Phony Peoples, Ryan Leslie. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been vibing to.
Those are
Dope.
some good ones.
Yeah,
I was
dope.
surprised to hear you say JID because he's a newer artist. Okay.
I've been on JID. I got the one
Really?
with him and
Okay.
BJ Strawberries at my girl booty's fat, sitting like a strawberry.
Yeah.
Up on the ground with or something like that. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay. Okay.
Okay. That's what's up. I want to ask you real quick about just the social media aspect that you feel that has affected DJing. Um, what's your overall
TikTok,
take on that?
I don't like
You don't like how it's affected it?
me personally, I don't like it. The DJs up and coming, they may like it.
Mm.
Um, it puts the seasoned DJs in a position to where we have to prove ourselves a little bit more. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Um, the new generation, they just want to hear songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when the DJ comes along and he begins to mixing and he remixing songs on the fly, they're used to people just jumping in from BPM to BPM. They're not used to transitions. They're not
Yeah.
used to hearing
Yeah.
scratches. They're not used to hearing this DJ put
Right.
these put these vocals on top of this banging beat and make a whole remix on the fly. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
they're used to hearing this. And then when it comes to certain songs, people will come ask for random shit just out the blue, bro. And I'm like, oh my God.
I bet, especially with TikTok,
Like,
like, what's the craziest song that they've requested?
whew, let's see. It's kind of weird because like I DJ for I would say anywhere between 35 to like I take that back 25 to like on
Uh
a
huh.
more mature crowd. So the craziest thing that I had a motherfucker asked me for, or forgive me, I don't know if I'm cussing there. Uh, it was an older lady. You know what I'm saying? She had to be pushing retirement. I ain't gonna say too much bad stuff.
Put her out there like that.
She did, but she looked good for age though. But
That's good.
she came and asked me for Pound Town. I'm like, what the hell?
Really?
Bruh.
Dead,
Bruh.
dead, dead ass shit, bro. I'm in the middle of playing
Love
like,
it.
bro. I'm in the middle of playing like some classic, like I'm playing go go. I'm playing like the butt. I'm playing like some stuff that people can get up and dance to. And she comes and asks me for Pound Town.
Yeah.
That is funny. That's
You
real
mix it
funny.
in?
And I'm looking at her like, you about to retire.
That
Why are
could be
you
your
asking?
daughter.
You go, you gonna get down there and get stuck. I seen somebody.
Uh-uh.
I got some stories to tell you. Oh my God.
He
This
said you're
one
gonna
lady,
get down there and get stuck.
man, this one lady got down there, and I thought she was dancing, but she was trying. dude, she was trying to get up, but her knees was like buckling, so it looked like she was down there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, it looked like a dance move. Oh
It looked
no.
like she was down there twerking. You know what I'm saying? But she was really
Yeah.
trying to get up. And I
Oh my
guess she just said,
goodness.
I guess she just said, "Hey, fuck it," and she just let it go, just rolled on over.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
Bro, it
Dang.
was
The things people do to get attention.
Yeah.
That's
Did you
crazy.
mix in Pound Town for the lady though?
no.
I said no, man.
I
No.
played Pound Town. Nah, I ain't never played Pound. Like stuff like that. Like I'm more focused on trying to bring back the fun elements of the nightlife. You know what I mean? Where
Mm-hmm.
people used to get out there and dance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Instead of, you know what I'm saying, the dude to go ask the female for a dance and the chick won't just sit up there and look like, ugh, ugh. Or they getting I call it a safety circle where all the chicks in the middle of the dance floor in a circle and the dude to walk up behind the chick and try to dance with her and she look over to her homegirl and then she give her and she'll do like this or she'll do like that. And if she do like that, then she'll turn around and act like she get the drink. Bro, like
Yo.
I call it the safety circle, my guy.
Safety
Wow.
circle.
Yeah.
But
Wow. You really like.
and you know I'm not lying because females be talking with their eyes. So
Oh
when
yeah.
Oh
they in that
yeah.
little circle and the dude walk up behind them, she gonna look at her hunger.
Yep. Mm,
So it's just be
yeah.
funny, bro. I want to try to bring back the fun element. So a lot of the new
Mm,
music, it's the same BPM. So it's like you don't get no variety of music. Whereas in the
mm,
'90s, you might get 80 to 125 BPMs.
mm.
Everything is trapped out now, which it's dope as some dope beats, but got when we gonna have some fun again.
You're right. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you mentioned a lot of stuff that just like the DJ is the navigator of the party. You know, like we're on a ship through time and space, and the DJ is piloting that ship. And if you ain't got something good to work with, you know, like where's the party going? You know, we just up here the whole time. You know, like that ain't no
But see, like even
fun. You know.
even with me, man, like a lot of my events, I start off with a cool chill vibe. Like I prefer to do like happy hours.
Mm,
Um, I started DJing at a bunch of poetry events for Dallas Poetry Slam,
mm,
Fort Worth Poetry Slam, Natty Roots and Rhyme. So I dealt with a lot of people that listen to a lot of eclectic music, different music.
mm,
A lot of hip hop heads, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that like to me to like to go on a journey with music. You know what I mean?
yeah.
For me, when I DJ, I'm the artist. The dance floor or the club scene is my canvas. Just like if you go to a concert, the artist gonna start off here. They're gonna
Mm,
go up here.
yep.
They're gonna bring you down here. They're gonna end it up here.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
The only difference between the DJ is that when it comes toward the end of the night, I want to take it back to the house party vibes. I'm finna slow it down.
Mm-hmm. Send you home with something to talk about, right?
Or
Exactly.
something to
Get
do.
somebody,
Oh, yeah, something to do. Exactly.
somebody to do.
Hey,
Wake up in
yeah.
the morning. Wake up in the
No,
morning
you're
like,
right.
where am I? Where am I? It's to me. It's about. It's. I'm different from a lot of DJs because I have a musical background, so I pretty much know how songs are put together. I know the bar counts. You know what I'm saying, different melodies. I know how different things is put together. So
Mhm.
I like to experiment with different music and like try to put different things and different elements. Like I took what's that the you know the song I would walk 500 miles
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah.
I did a show with my homeboy and he was like, they say you can't trap out anything. I don't think you can trap it out. I say, watch this. I put that spread your legs beat up under it.
Yeah.
Then
Oh
spread your
really?
legs. Let me see you
Okay.
arch your back.
Yeah.
So just imagine that I would walk 500 with it.
Nice.
Uh,
Bro,
Yeah.
that's
it
clean.
was crazy. It was
That's
crazy.
clean.
A lot of DJs are scared to try stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta
That's
be
Especially
just
like
prepared, man.
I took a break. Like I haven't DJ like tonight is gonna be the first night that I've DJ'd in probably about a month and a half.
Since last year.
Uh yeah. So this is gonna be the first weekend I'm DJing. I got my night that I do out here and
Mhm.
I had to move it to Arlington, but it was more of a vibe, you know what I mean? And the
Mhm.
people that rock with me, they know the vibe that they're gonna get when they hear DJ Boladi. It's not gonna be what you used to. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't I don't like to do what everybody else do. I'm not a follower. I don't do this for likes. I don't do this for, for the followers. It's good though. I love it, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it for the love of music, for the love of hip hop,
Yeah.
for my first love. So it makes it easier for me. And then you got people out there that miss that.
Yeah.
I had people like pre-COVID. A chick from Kansas City came to one of my events that I did. COVID hit. I did a couple events with you guys online. She followed me on them lines. She had a birthday party 2 years after that when they first started opening everything back up. I'm nowhere near the venue where she met me at, and I'm DJing. She seen my face on the flyer, and she brought 2 party buses up to where I was DJing at just because
That's
she seen my
dope.
name on the
No,
flyer.
really. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So
That's nice.
it that keeps me going. That keeps me motivated. That shows me that I need to stay in my lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got
Yeah,
you in the game. Go DJ Boladi for real, because
man.
you got
It's
real hip hop written all over you.
it's a struggle,
Definitely.
but I'm trying to bring it back, bro. Retro
Yeah.
futuristic.
You are bringing it back. You were part of it. That's it. It's
Yes,
done.
For
sir.
sure.
Keep it up.
Yes, sir. I
Definitely.
appreciate y'all.
We want to check out we actually have flyers for today's event and then your Sunday event up
Mm-hmm.
here that we'll bring up, but we want to check out one of your mixes. This mix it's a mix that we got from your Instagram. We want to showcase you mixing some hip hop music on that. And what I like
Okay.
about this particular mix that we chose is that at the beginning, well, it was pretty long. We actually got a 10-minute clip of it. But what I like about it is that there's a part of the video where you stop and you're like, because you DJ with the vinyl, and so
Mm-hmm.
I like to see how you're like putting the what's it called? The needle. You're putting the needle in the
Yeah.
right spot. I was
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
it's that's an art. And so we got that part at the beginning of this video. We want to go ahead and play that.
Well,
Oh, wow. I
All
want to
right,
see this
let's
video.
go ahead and check it out. Y'all can turn y'all cameras off while we play it because it's not gonna. I can't turn you
Okay.
off from here. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you got one of my tracks videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there with the witness. Yeah, I'm there. Put the funky beat in. Or shit, put the funky beat in. Or yeah, nice with the hand skill. Oh yeah, nice with the hand. Yeah, bring the skills back up. Go back, motherfucking hardcore back. Man, I murder everybody, yeah, man. I'm a killer. I don't give a fuck. I'm a killer. I don't.
I like that. That was so tight. And you're about
As a
to
D- as
play
a
the
DJ,
music.
this big practicing.
Tight.
Yeah, that's me.
I got the juice now. What up, boy?
You come up with some amazing ideas, like with the practice and stuff. Like, I'm gonna email you this track that I did. I remixed the Shaka Khan song with an MC Light song. I'm gonna have
Okay.
to send it to you. That's that 95 until uh-huh.
Atlas, what up, boy? Try to see what I can do with some real records real quick.
Yeah. I like that because one reason, again, chose that one to play because of the actual, the skill there. Like it was just that was amazing. I was like, because people, like you said, because you DJ with vinyl, but there's a lot of DJs that don't DJ with vinyl, and a lot of people don't even know anything about vinyl. They don't even know what vinyl is. Like, so it's
Man,
like,
that's an art right there for real.
yes,
It really is
Man,
art. Like
amazing.
you throw some
appreciate
DJs behind the turntables now, they don't really know what to do besides just change the track to the next
it.
track. That's real DJing. What you just saw right there, people, that was real hip hop. All this other stuff y'all go see, y'all be like, I'm gonna go see DJ, and he just changed the track to the next track. That is not DJing. That is a playlist, is what that is.
a,
Wow.
a glorified playlist,
A
an algorithm.
glorified playlist, bro. That's
Man,
real DJing. That's real hip hop. What we just witnessed. That's knowing movement right there.
man.
That
That,
was
that, that was
fire.
a that was a practice segment. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
And that
I'm,
was
I'm,
him practicing.
Yeah. And that
Jesus.
was just practice.
I'm a,
Like,
Scared to see
yeah.
what you do in real
I got
life.
it. I'm gonna send a mix for that. Like I say, I just got back to it, so I
Yeah,
have
that
a couple of them
93
I'm gonna send
still.
to you.
Yeah, that 93
Okay.
still. That's a b-boy
And
relic right there, boy. That come on. We all out there on the floor. Let's go.
that scenario that as I combine as if well, here we go,
Yeah.
y'all. Here we go, y'all.
Bruh.
Well,
Yeah.
You
come
listen
on,
to
man.
you heard of Coast Contra?
Oh, I love him. Love him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I seen I first seen them when they first started generating the buzz when they were sitting around the table
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
telling
about.
them
Yeah.
when they were telling them story. Oh my god, them dudes is
Yeah.
dope.
They real
But see,
hip hop.
it's crazy because artists like that would never get the recognition. Like
Oh, it's coming.
I told you, I got a poetic background, so I used to deal with a lot of poets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember the group, the Last Poets, Gil Scott Heron and all of them.
I'm gonna look them up.
If you look at Poetic Justice as a part when they leaving the fair, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a poet speaking on the speaker, and you hear what he say: the revolution would not be televised.
Oh yeah, I heard that before. Yeah.
I actually had an opportunity to DJ while I think one of the last living members of I can't pronounce his name. It's Abuwin uh one Yelly, if I'm not mistaken. But the revolution would not be televised is, to me, if you sort of kind of see what they're dumbing music down.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Yeah.
Everything is the
Yeah.
same and everything sounds the same. And so I refuse to be part of the status quo. That's the reason why I DJ the way that I DJ. Like a lot of the events and a lot of the things that I'm gonna try to do this coming up year, is gonna be based around back to having fun, back to the basics.
Mm.
Let's bring the fun back into when people used to go out.
Yeah.
Um, People go out now because shit, there ain't nothing else to do. It ain't really no variety. You got to go where everybody think is dope. But
Yeah.
there's so many underground spots that I've been to that's way more popping that don't get the recognition. It's a lot
Yep.
of artists that's way more popping than what you hear on the radio or TikTok that don't get the recognition. I be looking at some of these
Yeah.
festivals, and I'm like, damn, why we can't have a lineup like that come to Dallas?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They got the Dwellers, the Commons, the hiatus coyotes, the moonchilds, the phony peoples, the no names, you know what I'm saying? All these different artists
Mm.
that people never heard of that they need to hear.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
see what I'm saying? Just to show them that it's a different variety, but it's like everybody has a set playlist in their head, and especially when you go to certain venues in certain areas, they expect for you to play like the other DJ. So when you don't play like the other DJ, you suck as a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's
And when it
a
comes,
risk. It's definitely a risk.
yeah, when it comes to that, I tell them I'm proof, man. I done played in. I've been blessed to play. I played in over 15 states. I played in the
Wow.
Bahamas. I played in Jamaica.
Wow.
Um, I've opened up for Spinderella. I did Teddy Riley's birthday party.
Mm.
Uh,
Incredible.
opened up, opened up for Cut Creator. Opened up for Trina. Well, I did a cruise with Trina. I did a New Year's Eve party with Lisa Ray. Uh, I've been blessed, bro, to be around a lot of people
Nice.
that's big, and so I'm putting things together now that I got my LLC. I'm finna start doing my own particular events. That way, I can cater to my people, and I can cater to the love of what I do. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah, that's the
beautiful.
way to
'Cause when,
go.
yeah,
Yep.
because when you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Hallelujah.
True.
It started. I'm not gonna even lie. It started like toward the end of last year. It started getting redundant. Like it's like I'm damn. I gotta do this again. I'm gonna go through it again. But
Uh,
I had to get back to the reason why I really started doing it in the first place, and that's to
Yeah.
play music, to get people to hear music. You know what I'm saying? To get people to fall in love with music again.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
dope.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
man.
Well, we really appreciate you being on the show with us today, taking the time out to spend with us and to school us on some hip hop. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. I love that. And
Yeah.
Man,
can you tell everybody where to find you, and also if you are accepting music from artists, if you can let
I
them
am.
know that as well?
I'm accepting music from artists. Right now you can find me at One Love Lounge on Sundays. From 4 to 11 in Arlington. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Everything is the same. Go DJ underscore Boladi.
Okay.
Um, Artists, I'm gonna give you my email address. Send a service pack of the song that you want. If you don't know what a service pack is, instrumental, dirty, clean, acapella. Service pack. Don't send me a mixtape with 20 songs and tell me to pick one. It don't work like
Right,
that.
right.
pick the
Nice.
pick the single that you want to push or the songs that you want to push and send me service packs. Email is gonna be Boladi. That's Boladi 81 at gmail.com. Again, Boladi 81 at gmail.com. Um, yeah. And what was the last part?
I think you had gave that first. It was about your socials, like how to reach you on your socials.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
everything is the same. At
okay,
go DJ underscore Boladi.
okay, that's
Artist,
what's
I'm gonna
up.
be and that artist. If you send me your music, I'm you got to be able to take corrective criticism. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of a lot of artists don't take the time to actually, or they don't take corrective criticism. To me, I'm a sponge. I love when people criticize me, because it gives me something to work on again. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's and the thing that I love about DJing and a lot of artists should love about the artistry in any art that you do, DJing is so much more you can learn. Like once you feel like you got everything mastered, something else comes along, or you might fuck around and create something new your damn self, and then everybody want to try to mimic off of you. So it's a never ending process when you learn how to DJ.
Yeah. I've,
Right.
that's definitely true. And I'm just typing here in the chat. That's what sounding choppy. But yeah, man, it's been amazing. Thank you again so much for joining us today. We
Man, I
really appreciate you. Thank
thank
you
y'all for
for
having me.
yes, thank you for
Absolutely.
being an instrumental part of hip hop.
Yeah.
Man, I think I'm
Don't
proud to be
forget it.
out. Man, I can't. I was born
Oh,
and
yeah.
raised in it. I'm an '80s baby.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I can't forget it. Hell, I'm an '80s baby. I'm coming from the era of house parties and block parties, man. We finna get
Yeah.
in this, finna bring that good vibe back this year.
All
Yeah.
right.
What's up? That's what's up.
That's what's up. You have a great one and wish you well for 2024. We'll be talking to you soon. And yeah, I'll look out for the tracks you said you sent us.
All right, I
All
got you.
right.
All right,
Appreciate you. All right.
Go DJ Boladi. That
Thank
was dope.
you. Yes,
That
it's
was
been a
super.
pleasure. I learned a lot. I have to take some
Yeah.
notes. Like I meant to have my other device here, so I usually be taking notes. But yeah, I want to take some notes on that because um I I definitely want to portray some of that. Like after the show, we're gonna make some reels and some of that stuff he was schooling us on. We're gonna put it in the reels so y'all can learn. We want
Yep.
y'all to learn some facts about hip hop
Yeah.
because it needs to be learned for sure.
Yeah. That's
Um,
up.
one thing I forgot to say when 25 was on 25 the Raptor, we have a brand new show called Freestyle Fridays. It is coming up this upcoming Friday. We already got 7 MCs signed up for it. It's gonna be dope. And
Okay.
we got Sean and Don are our hosts for that show. But 25 the Raptor is one of the MCs that's going to be on that show. So make sure y'all check that out next this upcoming Friday, January the 12th.
January 12th, y'all. Check it out.
Show for show.
Let's go.
Well, thank you, bro. It's been
Absolutely.
another nice one.
Yeah.
And everybody, make sure y'all tune in to our Music Monday show coming up here on Monday with Yama. And he will be talking more about some music that we recently placed on the playlist. Make sure y'all check that out, especially if you have been submitting music to us.
Yes. And just to say my final word, we are the music makers. We are the dreamers of dreams. Let's go catch them.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all have a good one and peace.